Recently, Morant got into it with Klay Thompson. This came after some tension was brewing and things got personal. Klay criticized Morant's career, which ties back to their long history. These two hated each other during the Warriors-Grizzlies rivalry and he was on site. Klay thought Morant was too cocky, resulting in many exchanges. Therefore, what did they actually say to each other? We're going to break it all down in this video, including the before and aftermath. Let's get into it. It all started in the 2022 playoffs. The third-seeded Warriors faced off against the second-seeded Grizzlies. These teams already had some tension during the season, as Jaren Jackson Jr. tweeted this. For those that don't know, this is the slogan for the Warriors, so Jackson was pretty much mocking them. Also, this is when the villain era of Dillon Brooks started, perfectly setting the stage. The Warriors took game 1, but things went too far in game 2. With just 9 minutes left in the first quarter, Dillon Brooks injured Gary Payton II. He actually fractured his elbow, and Draymond immediately stepped in. Klay Thompson also stood up for his teammate and Brooks got ejected from the game. The league suspended him for game 3 and Steve Kerr called him out.
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was dirty, and you know, playoff basketball it's supposed to be physical. You know, everybody's going to compete, everybody's going to fight for everything, but there's a code in this league. There's a code that players follow, where you never put a guy's season/career in jeopardy. A guy comes in and whacks him across the head in midair. He broke the code. Dillon Brooks broke the code.
That's how serious the injury was, but things took a complete turn in game 3. With 7 minutes left, Morant got injured on this play. You can see Poole pulling his leg, and some people thought it was dirty. While shooting his free throws, felt the pain in his leg. He had to get subbed out, and this injury sidelined him for the rest of the series. After the game, he tweeted "broke the code" in quotations, pretty much mocking Steve Kerr, which is when Klay Thompson intervened.
I'll start off with the Morant stuff. Whether there was a tweet and then he deleted it. Some feelings of that Jordan broke the code. Is that just playoff talk to you, Klay, or is there something serious going on here between these two teams?
That's definitely playoff talk. Me personally, I've been through a tough knee injury, and I don't think there was any malicious intent from Jordan. I don't even think he's strong enough to affect somebody's knee, but we're not out there trying to hurt people or trying to club people in the back of the head on a fast break. We play the game the right way, and I'm going to have his back because he's not out. No.
You can tell the tension was starting to build, and Klay responded in game 6. He scored 30 points while also letting Ja know about it. The Warriors won the series in 6, and they also became the NBA champions. After doing so, Klay threw shots at Ja's teammate.
So this was a collective effort, and strength in numbers is alive and well. I can't wait. There was this one player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum. I had to watch that. I'm just like, this freaking clown. Okay. Sorry. That memory just popped up. You're going to mock us? Like, you ain't ever been there before, bro. We been there. We know what it takes. So to be here again, hold that.
Klay really couldn't wait for this moment, but Ja clapped back. He went on Twitter and responded, "Got a lot of real estate," basically saying the Warriors cannot stop thinking about Memphis. Draymond then responded to the tweet and said, "We traded that real estate in at Morant. The property value was higher in Boston." These guys really didn't mess with Memphis, but things kept heating up. A fan tweeted that the Grizzlies and Warriors should host a Christmas game. Ja thought it was a good idea under one condition. He tweeted this right here, but Draymond didn't hold back. He said, "The Shams play at home, young." The league immediately listened and made this matchup possible. However, just a few days before the matchup, Ja gave us this infamous line.
Who do you look at around the league as you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West?
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
This was wild to me.
With that in mind, Klay Thompson took these comments personally. Not only did he literally made a joke out of Dylan Brooks, but he also responded to Ja's comments.
Man, they was talking about dynasty and all that. You can't talk dynasty when you haven't won before. I don't think people realize how hard that is, the commitment and sacrifice it takes. And I thought that was premature talk, to even mention that word.
In other words, Klay thought Ja was doing too much talking. The Warriors won on Christmas, but the Grizzlies took the next matchup. Here's when Klay held up the four fingers at Brooks as he barked from the opposite bench. All of this tension built up to the game on November 22, 2025. Ja was sidelined with an injury, so he supported the team from the bench. Still, that didn't stop him from going at Klay. After Klay missed the game-tying three, Ja mocked him with a thumbs down. Then, after the game concluded, he said this to Klay.
Second chance points.
Ja kept pointing at Klay, so he smacked his hand away. Still, Ja had more to say. Like I've mentioned, these two have a history in the playoffs, so Klay went all in during his post-game interview.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. It's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more, We all want to see him out there and do his best, but his career so far just leaving us wanting more, We all want to see him out there and do his best, but he's just been letting a lot of other stuff get in the way of that. When you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility. I hate to see that go to waste. I don't really respect that. I respect guys who back up the talk with play, because talk is cheap. Trust me, I know that better than anybody. I've been in this league a long time.
Klay really couldn't stand Ja anymore, and he also gave his input on the whole Memphis franchise.
Well, I actually do have a lot of respect for the Grindhouse. Mike Conley and Zach Randolph from Arkansas. That was a hard team to beat in Memphis. Oh my goodness. This new team though, I don't know, man. They just talk a lot. They've always talked a lot. They never really backed it up either. I don't really respect that. I respect guys who back up the talk with play, because talk is cheap. Trust me, I know that better than anybody. I've been in this league a long time.
You can tell Klay loves keeping his receipts as he's tired of the disrespect. He's had enough of Ja's antics, so expect things to keep intensifying. And that pretty much concludes the video. What do you guys think of this beef? How far do you see Ja Morant going in the playoffs? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.